They just captured live footage.
The minute you slow down your thought, you're able to leave your body through astral projection.
Found out that a bunch of people have been traveling to this secluded island?
This morning, the USDA has approved cell cultivation.
They're happy. They're happy. This looks like AI generated or something. I don't think Wally's here yet. Welcome back, Coons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Things are about to get crazy, strange, creepy, all the things. We're gonna get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
One of them is going to be exposed to high levels, and the whole reason that we've covered them in tinfoil is because the environment of this classroom is filled with that. Right, so we had to try to isolate the plants inside of there and not let the Wi-Fi get in there.
I don't really know if it'll affect.
It blew my mind that the Wi-Fi off, like, the plants are growing.
Yeah.
But Wi-Fi on, the plants are growing. So I think that when the Wi-Fi's on, it's affecting the world. Like, affecting the whole entire world.
What are...
Everything's affecting all of us. We're gonna be the cockroaches that live forever. You can't stop us. You can't stop us. Stay far away from your Wi-Fi routers and turn them off if you don't need to. If you don't need to use them. We're gonna keep it going.
Heard of the Pegasus drone?
You know I haven't.
This drone, all AI, and the human eye can't see it. It's non-detectable. And you're probably thinking, oh, like radars and stuff, right? No, the human eye can't see it.
Oh my gosh.
It has cameras on the top, and it projects the sky above it, below it on like these LED panels.
That's crazy.
Hey, it's a new type of camouflage. If we know about it, they must have something better than this now.
They poison our food. We're finding ways to grow it ourselves. They make money from our disease. We're taking our health back and in the process, making wellness our expertise. They build systems that keep us stagnant and idle. We're stepping back into motion, conscious living, and restoring our wild. They remote control us through the use of fear and deception. We see through the agenda, are reclaiming our nervous systems, no exceptions. They're programming us at every chance they get through music, media, marketing. We're tuning out of their noise to tune in with our own internal knowing. They incite division between groups of people. Anywhere but where they stand. We see clearly who stirs the mayhem. It's not our neighbors, no, it's their hand. They created educational institutions inspired by someone who said, I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. Well, we've done some thinking, and we want a world of thriving abundance, and we're willing to work double time for that. They toxify our world, encouraging us to use products that disrupt our fertility. We're nourishing our bodies back to homeostasis and bringing vibrant children here who, with their light, help shift this reality. What a powerful time it is to be here on Earth.
Yeah, I guess this is a systematic failure that we are living under, but we don't have to live under. You can live off-grid. You can be your own homestead. You can literally do the things. You can literally do the things. We got Kyra in the room. We're going to keep it going.
Ridiculous, because why am I waking up at 5 and 6 a.m. for you to shove a bowl of sugary cereal into my mouth with some milk and then send me to this building full of people I don't want to be around to learn? Mind you, you, 90% of the learning is them feeding me information and then telling me to regurgitate it back to them. None of it really matters. Fam, why am I doing long division at 7 a.m.? 2 hours later at 10:30, because I'm in public school, so I don't know math, I'm in here eating deep fried, refried chicken nuggets with more milk. What is y'all obsession with milk? As I sit in this building where I need to ask for permission to go to the bathroom, and then I go to gym class where I got to get all sweaty and funky having a good time, and then take my smelly ass back to class to do some science, cut open a frog or some shit, and then go to history class and read all this information about all these people that are dead, and 80% of it isn't true. What are we doing? You do this for 12 years, they give you a paper saying you did it, then tell you to go figure the rest of it out. If you want the next level, you got to pay for it. And let's not even factor in the fact that you lucky you didn't get shot up today.
You're lucky you didn't get shot up today. That is always a thing, especially when you live in the United States. Very, very interesting. The school is supposed to make us worker bees. That's why they made that system. We are goons. We're going to break through. We're going to transcend. It's going to be great.
Thrifting and pawning. There's a reason why the ancient Egyptians buried their items with them, because they understood that your possessions contains your ashe, your energy, and no amount of saging will remove your essence from your clothing. So if you are a person that pawns and thrifts consistently, you may wake up feeling emotional, sad, and angry because someone wearing your items miles away is going through trauma, and that energy is transferring back to you. Don't wear other people's items unless it's a family heirloom. Otherwise, you will take on that person's energy for better or for worse, and vice versa.
I am very confused by this. I'm like, yo, recycling is a thing. I want to recycle. Kyra doesn't want me to talk to the goons. We're going to keep it going.
Look at the tower. What's up, bro? Hey, I was just wondering, these are called GWEN towers, right? What? GWEN towers? GWEN towers? GWEN? Yeah, GWEN. These bad boys? I'm not sure what they're called. Damn, I want to take a picture of it.
But you're working on them? You don't know
You guys don't even know?
Well, I'm kind of a new guy.
Okay. No, that's cool. I was just wondering, because check it out. I know of this method. It's called U.S. Patent 5356368 method, an apparatus for inducing desired state of consciousness, bro. Like, they're downloading brain waves from these emissions. They're literally downloading thoughts onto our minds with these frequency towers, bro. And it's a government patent. It's government patent US 5356368. You never heard of that? It's crazy, huh? That's crazy. It's just...
Bro, this is the improper way to wake up people. Don't just go up to random workers. They have no clue. They're like, this is just a job. They're NPCs. They don't know what they be doing. You are a goon. This guy who made the video is a goon. He knows. He knows. Oh, man. This makes you wonder. Why are they everywhere? What's going to be after? Is there a 7G? All right, we're going to keep it going.
This morning, the USDA has approved cell-cultivated meat to be sold to the public for the first time. So that's where it all starts, just a few cells. 2 cultivated meat producers now getting the green light to begin commercially selling their chicken, not raised on a farm, but in a facility. The meat is grown using real animal cells and large bioreactors fed with nutrients. I recently got a tour of California-based Upside Foods, the nation's first and largest producer. You're making chicken in there.
Yeah, so if you look at this is approximately a 200 plus liter tank. And we take cells from a chicken or an egg. It takes 2 weeks to grow the equivalent of 1 chicken, 1,000 chickens, or 100,000 chickens.
So you're saying in this factory you can make more meat faster and cleaner than an average farmer?
Well, ultimately, yes.
The company says cell-cultivated meat could help feed the world's booming population using a fraction of the land and water of animal farming and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
Bro, many years in the future, we're going to be looking back at this and be like, we let this happen. There's no real livestock anymore. Now everything's lab grown, just like the farms. Everything's indoor and hydro. We're going to keep it going.
Fluoride is a poison. And that's why they claim it works. And well, you know, why don't you brush your teeth with arsenic? That's poison too. Yeah, like, is that stupid? And so, but it's a cumulative poison. So once you get it in your body, you can't get it back out. So it accumulates in the bones, and so you end up with all kinds of joint and arthritic kind of problems. So you end up with fluoride accumulated in tissues, soft tissues that are not supposed to be calcified, makes them calcify. So you end up with painful ligaments, and so pain is one of the principal symptoms of fluoride overdose. Well, who wants that?
No one wants pain. No one wants pain, but they keep adding this thing to our water. It's supposed to stop all the tooth stuff, but people still have tooth stuff. So does it actually work? Does it actually work?
I found out that a bunch of people have been traveling to this secluded island just to eat a plant. Some of them even think it has mystical healing properties. Look at this.
People from all over the world travel to Usha village for an opportunity to eat the duck plant. So what exactly is the duck plant? Found deep in the forests of Honduras, some people believe it's a plant with mystical powers of healing and cleansing of the body. A waiver must be signed before you're allowed to consume the plant because of its violent reaction to the human body.
The duck has arrived. I'm a little nervous. I'm not even taking it. It's going to be a fun ride for everyone, so I'm excited.
How was your experience the first time?
My experience, man, I was down for about 8 hours, and it was a small one too, so I was like, is this going to be big enough? I think I disrespected it because it really went hard on me for about 8 hours, just slammed me down. But it got all that mucus out of my body. I felt the next day, that morning, I felt so good. It's like my body was just like renewed. I was smelling like I never smelled before, hearing. I was like, all my senses were just heightened. So it was just a great experience.
Jedi mind.
Jedi mind.
If I somehow found a way to get this plant directly shipped to you, you gotta hurry though because it's only there for a limited time. Click the link below.
Bros, Dr. Sebi is a real person and he really did cure him. That's what he says. Was it the plant? I don't know. But this guy is trying to sell products. And, I didn't know about that prior to watching the video. All the videos are authentic. So when some of the videos you find out, hey, at the end they're selling a product or it's an MLM scheme, I do apologize. I don't try to find videos like that. I thought this was going to be something else. Is there truly a plant? Now it makes you wonder. Or did the guy just do ayahuasca and had all the mucus come out? Only Dr. Sebi knows. But they silenced him. By the way, goons, did you interact with the video? Come on now, I shouldn't even have to tell you. At this point, you're a true goon. True goon. Hits the like before the video even started. Come on now, TV gang, I need you. Get back on it. Get back on it. Recently, we've been getting hit with ad suitability, always requesting manual reviews. It's getting harder and harder to get content like this out to you guys without YouTube suppression. Best way to support this channel is to become a member if you guys can. We would love it. We would love it. Nikita loves what he does. I love what I do. And we want to continue to bring this content to you guys. But if the suppression continues and we're not making ad revenue, that's a different conversation. All right, we're going to keep it going. Sorry. Things got real.
$32,000 a year is the average salary for most Americans. Now, I know they like to throw a number at us that's much higher than that, but if you take away the top 1% of earners, that $65,000 goes down to $55,000. Remove the top 5% of earners, and that $55,000 goes down to $44,000. And when you remove the top 10% of earners, the remaining 90% of Americans, 90% of the people you know, 90% of the people you see around you are making an average of $32,000 a year. That's how broke we are as a country. Oh, and that whole 1% thing, the 1% own all the money? No, that's not accurate. 0.5% of Americans are making over $1 million a year. Just 1 million. I don't even want to know what the 0.00000% of Americans are that make over 10 million. I didn't do the math at that point. So let me tell you, if you see someone in your neighborhood driving a fancy car and wearing fancy clothes, know that statistically, they're full of crap.
I always feel like that when people try to show their riches or their wealth and they do all these flashy things. I'm like, bro, there's no way. This guy must be poor AF and he's just doing this all to, I don't know why, ego, to raise his ego. What's showboating? I mean, why would you? I don't know. This turned into something else. And also, I don't know if I believe all these polls. There's so many polls, guys. There's even polls like the Census Bureau puts out, and they're like, the average American household is at least making $100,000. 60% of them are making $100,000 per household. It could be multiple people, but then you're like, wait a second, how many people are living in the house? There's so many questions. Sorry, spiraling. I'm trying to rationalize it, but I know. There's more of us than there are of them. If we can just identify them, we can squeeze them, and never mind.
Hey bro, what do you got?
This guy.
Back for more, baby. You been doing good? It's going pretty good. Got my Nana on the right meds, so she's doing better. Oh, you got your Nana the right meds. Yeah, is that all right? You think they'd really waste a customer and give you the right meds? Your Nana probably saw the commercial 30 times before she asked her doctor about it, as it played on rerun on every single subscription source that they can, because the primary funder of all of the shit that you pay subscriptions for is usually pharmaceutical companies. And why is that, Johnny? Because they want you to pay to experience life. They want you to have to buy the opportunity to live. What are they selling in all of the commercials for pharmaceuticals? Wouldn't you like to ride bikes with your family? Wouldn't you like to eat at the dinner table and color and enjoy the looks on your kids' faces? That's called life. And it used to be free, but they've made your environment so toxic that now you gotta pay for it. I didn't think she had a toxic life. She eats healthy, like oatmeal and stuff. Yeah? Have you seen the differences between American oatmeal and the UK's oatmeal? Here, take a gander. They create the problem, and then they sell you the solution, kid. It's in a brand new pill they just came out with, not the ones from 10 years ago that are out of patent and no longer make them money because they're generic versions of it. No, the new version. Now, what did you want to ask me about?
Never mind. I'm good.
Never mind, I'm good too. The systems are just horrible.
I'm not even tripping. I'm not tripping, right? What is that? That's in our sky right now. I think this is different aliens.
I am not even sure what this was, but what's crazy is recently I've been seeing even green scanning where they got like the TR-3B type planes and stuff that are We're gonna keep it going.
How is nobody talking about this? A couple days ago, they just captured live footage of a fish evolving, like going from sea to land. He sprouted legs. He's in the in-between stage. How is this not national headlines or something?
This probably is like the part of the fish's characteristic for quite some time. It may be like a mud skipper type fish, or one of those fishes that actually I keep fish too, and some fish can come out of the water for a few. All right, we're gonna keep it going.
GWEN Olson, and I am the author of Confessions of an RX Drug Pusher. I'm a 15-year veteran of the pharmaceutical industry, and I left in the year 2000. And what I would like to do today is I would like to dispel the myth that the pharmaceutical industry is in the business of health and healing. Because in fact, what the pharmaceutical industry is in the business of doing is disease maintenance and symptoms management. They are not in the business to cure cancer, to cure Alzheimer's, to cure heart disease, because if they were, they would be in the business of putting themselves out of business. And that in fact doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I feel like we knew this.
I'm quite happy drinking the water from my pool. The quality of the water is better than the tap water.
It's really quite nice.
My name is David Butler from Norfolk, England, and I teach people how to make their own organic pool. I've always dreamt of making a pond that was big enough for me to swim in, but there was no information at the time, so I ended up inventing a completely new system. First of all, you've got to dig the hole in the correct shape, and around the outside, pipework draws the water out of the plants, circulating the water to keep it clean. There's no chemicals at all, so it's animal friendly. It's the animals that are keeping the water clear as well. And to be swimming with these animals is an absolute joy. You're helping restore your local biodiversity. When people make a pool, quite often they say to me, it's just the best thing they've ever made in their lives. It's good for your skin, the skin feels really soft. It doesn't sting your eyes. It's really low energy, not expensive at all. Once people have tried an organic pool, they'll never go back to a conventional pool.
Bros, I do not want to try an organic pool in any way, shape, or form. Give me the chlorine. I don't know what kind of creepy brain-eating bacterias live in that pool, what animals mutated into other things. There's many things. The things that they spray into the air that are kind of raining down into the pool. There's many things. There's many things. The spiraling is real.
The minute you slow down your thought, you're able to leave your body through astral projection. You're only enslaved if you can't control your mind. So while you can and while you don't have the whole world against you, or you don't have a lot of worries, worry on freeing your mind from this realm. When you can free your mind from this realm, everything is but a thought. And if you can't free your mind, then you're a slave to this realm. The whole goal is you live and then you die. You can die plenty times while you're alive.
Bro, I love XXX Tentacion. I love this guy. Yes, exactly what you... All right, we're very interesting. I believe our minds are free. All the goons' minds are free. R.I.P. legend, R.I.P.
I saw this dude give a story on TikTok where he went to Bluff City, Utah. He's like, I don't believe in this whole simulation, but what I experienced there had me question if we're in a simulation. He said, every place I went, we were at this hotel, and then we went to a grocery store and then a restaurant. People were weird acting. They were like not expecting someone to come in. He went to the hotel clerk. He said, hey, can we get some towels for our room? She's like, oh, actually, I don't know where they're at. This is my first day on the job. What? And then he went to the store. Something wasn't working. Weird. And she's like, I'm so sorry. This is my first day on the job.
Weird.
And then he went to a restaurant and the card wasn't working. And she's like, I don't actually know how to work this machine. This is my first day on the job.
Like a Truman
Then
Show.
another guy who duetted it, he stopped in Bluff City and he saw this hitchhiker girl. The same girl.
Stop it.
Was
right
walking.
now.
I think I saw something similar to that, but like it always reminds me of the Truman Show. There's got to be a civilization or a community that's pulled that off or done that in the past. No matter how terrible it is, something's happened.
North Korea.
Yeah, I was thinking North Korea too. I was like, bro, what do you mean? You just described North Korea, except I guess there's a version of North Korea in Utah where they're trying to... Oh my God. Oh, we're just going to do one more. We're going to do just one more.
Dr. Robert Duncan put together the technology that allows the government to transmit thoughts and voices into the heads of Americans.
First question for you. What's negative about what you've done?
I've empowered the dark side by some of my work.
And what do you mean by that?
Technology is neutral. It can be used for good or evil. I've worked on projects for the CIA, Justice Department, and Department of Defense.
Is this the stuff voices in the head and things like that?
Yes.
We've run into a few people that claim they got voices in their heads, they sleep inside tinfoil boxes, they do a lot of crazy things, it seems. But when they talk to us, they seem totally normal. They seem totally sane. Are these people crazy, or is the government doing this to them?
The government's doing this to them.
He's not even bothering to hide it.
They're called voice of God weapons.
So you know for a fact that these weapons that you worked on, they're being used domestically today?
Absolutely. You have to remember, the CIA has a long history of experimenting on our citizens, from LSD to...
Sure. Okay, we're talking here like going back to MK Ultra and all that in the 60s and 70s. But we were told all that stopped. Is that untrue?
Untrue.
It didn't stop. They just made it a different program name, and they're like, they'll never know. Or maybe they'll find out because of the freedom of information. All right, very, very interesting. This is definitely a thing. There are towers everywhere. They can definitely do this if they did. Look at all the patents. They probably are. They probably are. I mean, why else would you make a patent? All right, you made it to the end. How'd you do? There should be videos on the screen now. Click on either one of them. Continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Wake up.